Welcome to this little short on how to apply clear wax on top of chalk paint. Very simple really, so gather your bits and pieces. So as you can see on this piece, I've already applied some chalk paint on the inside of this cabinet that I'm restoring. I've got some Annie Sloan chalk paint wax, because I'm using Annie chalk paints. This is made for this purpose, and so all I'm doing, I've got my little wax brushes. These aren't the actual Annie Sloan ones, these are by Hemway. They seem to be all right. They're losing a few bristles, but nothing too dramatic. I'm sure that'll settle down. I've got a smaller one for doing little detail work, and I'm just working it in to all little difficult to reach places that would be hard with the larger brush. Just dabbing it in quite firmly into the paint in all little cracks. I want to make sure I get everything covered. You'll notice as it goes on, it darkens the paint, and that's a sure sign that you've got enough on that part of the surface. So I've done all the tricky little places, I think, now on this one. And so I've just done in this little section here. I'll switch back to the larger brush. I'm just using a little circular motion. I'm not brushing it as such in, I'm working it into the surface. And you'll see that where I've gone over it, the paint is getting that bit darker. It's leaving some residue behind, but that's okay, we'll deal with that in a minute. Might need to go over it 2 or 3 times just to make sure you've got it evenly done. Okay, it's worked in there. I'm just going to work from the back and then work my way forwards. And before I apply this, I've already applied the hard wax oil that I wanted to onto the surface of the shelf here. I didn't want to do it the other way round because I wanted to seal the oak veneer with the hard wax oil before applying this to the paint, because I didn't really know, to be honest, how the hard wax oil would take if some of this stuff had got on the veneer first. I suspect it wouldn't have taken very well. So I'm just working this in. Okay, so that's the whole surface covered. Now, I have seen some people just use blue rag to wipe off the excess. I haven't found that to be as good, partly because it leaves bits of blue rag behind. I don't like that. And so I'm just using a microfiber cloth. Just literally just wiping off the excess there. Not going too hard at this stage. I want a slight sheen on this, and so I'm going to leave this now for 24 hours or so. Come back to it tomorrow, and I'm actually going to I'll probably put a second coat of it on, and then we'll give it a good buff. As I go with this, because I've now got some of the excess building up on this rag, I can just use that to wipe into any areas that looked a little bit bare. And if I need to, I can just take a little bit of extra, because you can apply this with a rag, you don't have to use a brush. just to make sure that overall we've got a nice even finish. A bit of blue rag in there. There you go, that's it. It's pretty simple really. So it's not completely finished yet, but we'll come back tomorrow and we'll buff that some more. Okay, I hope that's been helpful. If you've got any questions or suggestions about that, on how to improve this process, then please leave comments in the comment section below, and look forward to reading those. Thanks a lot. Bye bye for now.